Okay, so this video is about weighted probabilities in StatCrunch because they're kind of tricky. StatCrunch is a little finicky, and so I'm going to show you, first of all, one way to do it. I'm going to start you down that path, but then I'm going to show you why I don't like doing it that way. So for example, let's say we have some values here, which I'm stealing off of one of my old homeworks. These are possible outcomes for, let's say, number of sales. And this is the probability. One thing you can do is when you pull numbers, you pull tables in from Pearson, from the homework, if they give you really complicated names, you can just go ahead and change those anytime you want, if it makes it easier for you to type in formulas. Okay, so here's your probabilities. And for example, we want to do a weighted average. So first I want to double check and make sure these add up. I can do summary stats on the column P. I just want to know the sum. So I'm going to slide down here and ask for the sum. And sure enough, it's 1. I just wanted to check that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say compute expression weighted. I want to type sales number times the probability of that sales number, and I'm going to call that weighted because it's kind of an intermediate step. And then what I want to do is summary stats on the columns again, and now I just want the sum, and it's already weighted properly, and so I just want the sum. That's all I want to do. And I get 129 or something. Anyway, that's that looks about right. 129.3. And then Pearson says, good, you got the right answer. Then it asks me for the standard deviation, and then I'm just about to go nuts because that's a lot of calculation, because I got to take the value I just got and subtract it off of all the sales. Then I have to make another column and square it. Then I got to add it up, and that's just such a pain. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to delete that column. I'm going to just re-weight this by pretending I have an actual sample. So in this case, I need 100 to make the numbers come out. If you have 3 decimals, like if in here the probabilities have 3 digits, then you're going to have to make them add up to 1,000. But it's easy to just make them add up to 100 here. There. So now my n is 100. And I can say summary stats. Now, this is the trick. Grouped or binned data. Bins are in sales. Counts are in P. And so, counts are in N. We're not using P because StatCrunch needs us to use integers for some reason. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so now all I want here is really like the sum. Let's see, I want maybe the mean. Oops, I want the mean, standard deviation, and I'm going to put the sum in there again just as a sanity check for myself. I want to make sure, let's see, so I still get the same mean that I wanted, 129.3, and then let's see if my standard deviation is right. I guess it didn't ask me in this case. Okay, but that's how I would get standard deviation for that. But it's following the formula, but I didn't have to type everything in. So anyway, yeah, that was that demo. Hope it helps.